What's up, Turtle Team? I'm coming at you live with the power of the internet with another video. Today, we're here in my room. I'm gonna give you a tour of my turtle tub. Let's get into it. Bam! So here's my turtle tub. It is a 40-gallon plastic tub that I got from Lowe's, and it's filled with about 30 gallons of water. I got my filter set up, canister filter right there. I got the lamp with a reinforced wooden backing, so it stands up straight. This has the heat and the UVB that my turtles need to grow properly. Oh, and how about I use that as a transition to talk about my turtle here. This is Appa. He is a Diamondback Terrapin. He is the love of my life. He is such a sweet boy. He's also a vicious predator that will try to eat the fish that I put in this tank. You can't see the fish right now, but there's 4 in there. I started with 6, and then he ate some of them. So right now what we're seeing is actually footage that I'm putting in after of me giving Appa a treat, because when I shot this he was a little bit more inclined to hang out with me than when I originally shot the tour. But he's really going for it, and he got it there, but he didn't get all of it, and he's going to pursue it. And unfortunately the turtle vine is going to get in his way here, and he's going to improvise, adapt, overcome, so that he can chase down his prey, which is an inert piece of mealworm. And now he's got it. He's in here with his tank mate Jose, which, let's see if we can get a good look at Jose here. Nope, can't get a good look at Jose. Just kidding, we in fact can get a good look at Jose. This is Editing Mikey here again, coming at you live with a voiceover. And here we have the pink-bellied sideneck, Jose Marti. And as you can see, or you just saw, his plastron is not actually pink. It's orange, which is another morph of the pink-bellied sideneck, or just natural variation. And that's the one that Jose is. He's got a little bit of a orange cream soda type looking plastron. But here he is. He's going to climb up these rocks in a second, and he's going to look really cute doing it. I actually was really happy to get these shots of Jose because he's normally a very timid turtle, and the fact that he was up near the front of the tank giving me these shots, I was really happy to get them, and I'm really happy to be able to share this look at Jose with you all. So getting a nice good breath of fresh air, because turtles actually are air-breathing vertebrates. They are reptiles, not amphibians at all, not fish at all. Oh, and something scared him. It was actually my hand. I was going to try to get him a treat and do a good shot of that, but I spooked him, and as I said, very, very timid turtle. Anyway, he's a little bit down there. He is a pink-bellied sideneck, which is a Australian species. They both of these species of turtles are very good to have with tank mates. So even though generally people don't recommend, oh, you can see his little head poking out there. Generally people don't recommend cohabitating turtles. A lot of times it does turn out well, especially if you have 2 turtles like these good boys with a good temperament, where they can get adjusted to each other. Right here you can see floating on the top of the water, I just put this in today, this is duckweed. I was having a little bit of algal growth on the rocks down there, river rocks I got from just some creek. So I put the duckweed in, which hopefully is going to take the nitrates out of the water and keep those algae from being able to grow so much. And plus, I think it's really cute when Appa gets some duckweed stuck on his head, and I think it adds to the atmosphere, makes it look really like a real pond, which is kind of the effect that I wanted. I also have these decorations down here. You see I got a little Buddha and a tree, and then there's a pink plant, and that just gives Jose a little place to hide. You see, because pink-bellied sidenecks are kind of a skittish species, so it's good for them to have a place where they can get out of your line of sight. And also it's really important, if you are going to cohabitate turtles, that they should have places where they can get out of each other's line of sight, because turtles are solitary animals, right? So they don't really have any need to have friends. I'm keeping both of these turtles together because it's just more economical for me, and also I like to see the way that they interact together. But initially I just meant to get Appa here. I just meant to get the one turtle because I'd heard that it wasn't great to cohabitate, but then the person who I was buying the turtle from said, hey, do you want a pink-bellied sideneck? And I said, that's my second favorite species of turtle. And you know, both of these turtles have really lived up to everything I wanted from them. Oh, you can see the fish down there. There's also 2 snails. Let's see if we can get a look at the snails. There's 3 snails in here along with the 4 fish, and they just kind of eat the turtle's shit. They eat the shit, and then that helps keep the water clear. It helps keep there not being too many nitrates where we have an algal bloom, because that's really what will keep the water from being clear. Also, particulates like shit getting in the water will kind of make it less clear. But right now they've been doing a good job in keeping it clear. And once this duckweed gets even more acclimated here, I imagine that we're gonna keep a really great atmosphere here for these turtles, a really great habitat for them, where they're gonna live and thrive. You know, both these species will get much larger than these. These are not hatchlings, but they are juvenile turtles. So I'm going to have to upgrade this setting at some point, but for the time being, this is perfectly fine. I'll also mention that you can kind of see through the plastic back there. I have a color changing salt lamp, which is really good for me because, you know, I sleep in this room, and you know, it's just relaxing for me to see the light as it bounces off everything in the tank, and you know, the turtle vine, which is another thing that they use to keep the line of sight from each other. The reason why we can't see Jose right now, or you can barely see him if you're really looking for him, is he just moved, is because he likes to hide in that turtle vine. It's just something that helps him feel secure. It's something that I felt it was important to get them so that they could feel like they have, you know, a whole habitat here. Because while this may be just a plastic tub in my room, it's, you know, it's also where these guys are going to spend a good part of their life, and I want it to be a good environment for them. See down there, you can see a few more fish. Let's get a good better shot here. Yeah, there are the fish. You're seeing that wire here. That's actually my my tank thermometer, digital thermometer, that lets me know that the tank is at the right temperature. Because I was lucky in the fact that these 2 turtles, my 2 favorite turtle species, actually have very similar temperature requirements, but they do need to be in the high 70s, low 80s for the pink-bellied sideneck. For the Diamondback Terrapin, it's more in the range of in the 70s, basically, is where they like the water temperature. So I have the water heater. You can see there in the back, that's a long black bar that keeps it so that it's at the proper temperature for them, so that they can be happy and active all year long, which is important. And yeah, the last thing about the tank is that I have this nice little waterfall effect. These attachments came with the canister filter I have here. It's a Turtle Clean 511. I actually got this on a resale site, so I got it for a really good deal, and it's more than sufficient for cleaning 30 gallons. It's actually rated for 30 gallons with turtles in the tank. Now, normally people will recommend that when you get a water filter for turtles, you should get it rated for double the amount of water that you're going to have in the turtle's habitat, because turtles create a lot more waste than fish, and these aquarium filters are rated for fish. But because this is the ZooMed Turtle Clean, it's actually rated for turtles. So the fact that they have about 30 gallons of water here and the filter is rated for 30 gallons is perfect. The only other thing to talk about really is the fact that I have these bulbs here and they're set up on a timer. I know this looks like a giant mess of wires and like a fire hazard or something, but it's you know, it's not a fire hazard. So the two lights power source are hooked up to this power strip, which is plugged into this timer. That timer makes it so when it's daytime, the turtles get their basking light. When it's nighttime, around 9 o'clock every night, well, not around, at exactly 9 o'clock every night, the lights turn off and then it's time for the turtles to go to sleep. Oh, one more thing to talk about is you see that substrate down there? That is aragonite or crushed coral. Aragonite and crushed coral is something that is specifically recommended for Diamondback Terrapins because they have a crush plate in there. See, let's see if we can, oh, he's scaring me. Here, buddy. You want a treat? Nah, we'll leave him alone. He's just basking, hanging out right now. But maybe we can get a good shot of his mouth there. See how it's like a beak? Well, it is a beak. And much like beavers, it continues to grow throughout their lifespan. And they need to be able to crunch on things like aragonite, where it's going to wear down their crush plate and make sure that they have good dental health. It's something necessary for this species to keep them in captivity, is that they have something that they can crunch on. It's also beneficial because crushed coral, what is crushed coral? It's calcium, mostly, right? It means that I don't have to get these turtles a crush plate or give them any sort of calcium supplements to make sure that they get any extra calcium, because anytime that they feel like they need some calcium, they just fucking munch on the substrate of their turtle tank. And those are just the things that I do to keep these turtles happy and healthy in captivity in my turtle tank. So thank you everybody for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you join the turtle team. Like and subscribe. Put in the comments down below your thoughts on this video, thoughts on the type of content that you'd like to see in the future, and you know, most importantly, just make sure you have a nice day and all that shit.